Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, April 22nd, and you're looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF here on Window Trader. We had a really good day in our trading room. Things worked out really nicely. Very patient. That's something that we're all learning. Be very patient and then take the right trade. Don't go looking for a trade. The trades will come to you. And that's exactly what happened to the whole group today. We did not in the SPY close the gap. We got close, but we didn't. ES in the regular trading hours, again, it depends on whether you consider M or N, the end of regular trading hours. If you consider N, it's filled. Kind of splitting hairs because the bottom line is what we thought was going to happen today created an awesome trade opportunity later in the day. We had a tremendous battle. Remember, we are in, I think it's either we're in a 9-day, I believe, 9-day balance. The middle of that balance is 279.36. We closed at 279.04. It's a large balance. It's 286 and change is the high, 271 and change is the low, $15, $16 balance. Closed right in the middle of it. We battled. Today we battled, and this is why you needed patience. So we opened on a small gap. It got filled within a matter of seconds. And then we traded back and forth through the previous day's range, A, B, C, and D. That's a market that was totally undecided. We traded through the opening 3 out of the first 4 time frames. Again, a market that's totally undecided. So you don't trade if it's undecided. You wait for the market to want to take its directional turn. This was the amount of chop in A and B was just tremendous. Tremendous. I didn't do my first trade to C period. C period, when we started getting up to around B's high, I said, okay, I'm going to be the innovator. I thought the odds were good. We were above yesterday's high. Took the trade. Got above the opening. Stopped the one-time framing down. But I didn't stay in that trade long. I took it off because I knew the odds of just blowing through A's high weren't that good. I didn't take a fade below A, and I told a lot of people in my room, I do not think that's the proper trade for a lot of reasons. The volume was horrendous on the way down. We had higher value. The indices were incredibly strong. So the only way I'll take a short is if B period gets acceleration and we have single prints afterwards. B period spent about 3 seconds below A's low. So that's a trade that saves me and a lot of people money by not taking it for those reasons. D period now. D period came down. It was still very uncertain, right? One time frame down, stop in C. D comes down and does it again. Now I'm thinking, okay, is there something more to this? Well, guess what? The fact that we never even got to A's low, let alone took out the day's low, told me buyers were still in control, and also the fact we had taken out the pre-market high in A period. Now, I know we've been taking out the high and the low in both on the same day a lot lately, and even the initial balance high and low. But with the tempo today, as far as, I shouldn't say the tempo, but with the indices being up so strong, I didn't think that would happen. The tempo was horrible early. It was just total chop. So my next trade wasn't until E. And again, E got below the opening, got above it, never even got, for the first time, through yesterday's range. So above the opening, I got long. And I added to that long a couple of times. We went back and forth looking for us to take out C and D's high and go for A's high. And that's exactly what it did. And then I got out of the trade. So that was trade number 2. The next 2 trades were shorts. Now the fact that the POC, right, we were 4 for 4 initially. And then we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for 6. Well, when G popped the top, remember, we still have a gap above us. The tempo's horrible. So I thought you can fade a high. Now, a lot of people in the room faded the high in E and faded the high in F. I didn't do either one of those. But I did fade the high in G. Good trade down the POC. I did fade the H. Couldn't even take out G's high. Back down to POC. Got out of my shorted POC, and then I was looking for the afternoon pullback low, because then in my head, the odds of going for the high were very, very strong. and even getting the gap. Lo and behold, H's afternoon pullback low left a lot to be desired, which never gave me the opportunity. It didn't happen. I thought we would get down to, and again, I'm in 6-tick increments, so you really can't see it. I thought we would take out E's low. I thought we would at least test the previous day's high, and I wanted to get long. Didn't happen. So what happened? Nothing. I just missed. I didn't take a trade. It's not the end of the world. At least we saw the market really, really well. That's just as important. So then my next two trades didn't happen till L and M. So now, when we made new highs in the I and J, yes, you could have faded them, but something was changing. Something was changing. What was changing? Well, we were 7 wide down here. Never could get back to it. Couldn't even get accepted below the initial balance. I dipped below, but stayed above. J never sold it. These are things you see using the market profile. You're not going to see this on a 30-minute chart. This is awesome stuff to see. How the market-generated information right in front of your eyes now is changing from a balanced day to, well, something else is going on here. And something else did go on here. That was great little nuances in I and J, because then K popped. L went higher. We had single prints. We had a trend day up now. So what did I do? I got long in L. I got long in L a couple times. Every pullback got long, sold it up. Pullback, sold. Pullback, sold. And then M, I was looking for this pullback came way after the 350 algo. But M period, same thing. We were one time framing up. Every time it pulled back, long, long, sold. And then it pulled back right before the 350 algo. I thought the odds were very, very good that we were going to get an upward move. I got long 100 of the 279 calls. I paid I think my average was 380, I said. I think it was 380. Sold them out between at an average, 410 was my average price. In literally a minute, boom. The key to that 350 algo, don't stay married to it. Got out. I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. Look what happened afterwards. So we had a really, really good day. We saw the market really well. Okay. Destinations for tomorrow. Upside will be 281. Today's high. Now, I did not fill my gap, so 281.35, filling the gap from the 21st. Then we have A's low, which was my price spike, 282.83. From the 20th. I apologize. Filling the gap from the 20th, and then the price spike is from the 20th. Now, if we're able to do that, if the bulls get any more legs, that's a small gap. And if we get above that, we don't have anything to the afternoon rally high, which is 285.13 that day. That's J's high. And then we have 286.29, which is a weekly high. So they may attempt to get to that 287 level again for the downside. Now, this is where, again, I'll explain quickly. We had a chance for a trend day. That failed. We had a chance for a price spike if we closed above I because we made a new high later in the day, but that failed. But we do have a price probe. L's high is 280.38. Yes, we closed at 279.10. So you're like, well, how can that be a price probe? Because we made a new high in the last half hour. We don't know until tomorrow morning in A period if it's accepted or not. Yes, we close way below it. So if A period opens around here, it's obviously rejected. But suppose A period opens up here. It's accepted. So 280.38, first downside destination right now. Then 278.22, that putrid little afternoon pullback low that didn't give me an opportunity. Today's low of 276.91, 272.02 daily low, and 273.86, 9 wide. And then 272.02 daily low. That POC is now a downside destination. Let's go to the charts. Monthly. 6 trading days left in the month of April. Still undecided. 279.10 close. We're right on that trend line. It's going to be fun to see by next week. Weekly, one time framing up 4 weeks. Now, with 2 days to go in the week, unlike what I said yesterday because I had my days mixed up, do we have an inside week? Boy, that would make for a really great week for next week, but it remains to be seen. Do we have a triple top? Don't know. But right now, we are still one time framing up for 4 weeks. And then the daily. Here we are. 9-day balance. Remember, we go over it every night. I said if the bulls want to really, because yesterday was a B shape, if we take out yesterday's high, we can get some acceleration. Well, we did. Now, I didn't close the gap. The ES did, but look what we're coming up to also. You know we're going to test this. Good chance we test that in the near future. 50-day moving average is moving down. We're down at around, whatever, say 282. So we're going to have a clash with the 50-day moving average at some point pretty soon. But again, balance. A market in balance is waiting for more market-generated information. We're smack in the middle of it. Volume just absolutely horrendous, which on balanced days or in a balance isn't surprising. I hope you guys had a great day trading. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.